I am so excited about today's video. My name is Steve, I'm the Traveling Gringo, and I'm cruising down this little alley here on my way to a friend's house. She was actually one of my first followers on YouTube, and she was dramatically healed by the power of Ho'oponopono. Now, if you're not familiar with what Ho'oponopono is, it's a Hawaiian prayer. I have some teaching videos on that as well as some meditations that I'll put down in the description box. But for now, let me just say it is a Hawaiian prayer that produces tremendous results in the lives of people. Not only has it been transformational for me, but transformational with a lot of people that I've shared it with, or just people that I've studied and been aware of. And so come along with this journey. I'm stepping into her house here in just a moment. We're gonna get into an interview, and let's learn not just how it impacted her life, but how can we use Ho'oponopono to impact our lives as well and see that same type of transformation. Mariana, hello, it is good to see you. How are you doing?
Doing very well, thank you.
I like that we're sitting in kind of your makeshift art studio as the famous local Guanajuato, Mexico artist.
Thank you, yes.
Very good.
Welcome to my my workshop.
Well, thank you. So you were born here in this local area, lived in the States, became a citizen in the U.S., now have moved back to Mexico. Is that correct? Okay. So while you were in the States, and just to we'll come up to speed where we can really get in and dive into how you utilize Ho'oponopono in some transformational areas of your life. But you lived in the United States, you came down with a pretty serious illness that was quite life-threatening.
Correct.
Somewhat retired then from your occupation, moved back to Mexico, being your family to help you out, as well as maybe some favorable cost of living. But your doctors are all up in the United States.
Correct.
And so each year you do a pilgrimage, we'll call it that, to go to 30 doctor's appointments.
That's right.
At least once a year to kind of check up and see how you're doing. Mm-hmm. And this past year, how long ago did you go back?
Last October.
Last October, a couple months ago.
Yes, like 4 weeks ago or something like that. At the beginning of October. Uh-huh. And I went to all my tests, my doctors, and everything was according to normal. But the night before I flew back to Mexico, I had a test, a CT scan, and then in the morning I flew back to León. When I was landing, I turned on my cell phone, and there were so many missed calls from my doctors. They said that they found a mass in my pancreas, and because of the size, my background, that because of my meds, I am prone to develop cancer. This doctor, my doctor was wanted me to go back right away to continue making tests, and she thought that because of the size, it would be cancer.
Let's kind of pause our story there. You're at the airport, you're kind of freaking out a little bit. Rightfully so, you just get this horrific news that, good chance you have pancreatic cancer, and with your background, your medical background, maybe even more serious than the average person because of many of the things you've gone through and dealt with that we won't get into here today. Mm-hmm. So let's pause that story just for a moment. And I will say thank you for your support, because you were one of my very first YouTube subscribers and supporters of this particular channel.
You're welcome.
And you came across Ho'opono, correct, for the first time when I did a teaching video. Is that right? Is that the first time you'd heard about it?
That's right. I was waiting for your weekly release in your YouTube channel for the weekly video. And I saw the Ho'oponopono, whatever it is called. And yeah, I never heard of that. And I found that at the beginning, okay, just doing this very simple practice will heal mind, body, and soul, and so it was amazing.
So you didn't just do because I think I did a teaching video and then a meditation, and I think I gave like a 7-day challenge. So you did the 7-day challenge.
I did the 7-day challenge, and it was really interesting because I am used to do meditation, and when I came across your meditation video for Ho'oponopono, I found that I could relax a lot, like with many of my other meditation techniques. So yes, I accepted the challenge, and I found that it helped me a lot to relax. So I was still not very sure on how could that help me in any other way than relaxing at the moment.
Okay. And so that was, of course, before this story even takes place, all that did happen.
Yes.
So then you get back to town. I remember you gave me a call and said, Steve, I've got some bad news. I think I have cancer and I have to go back for testing.
Yes.
And so on my morning walk to a mountain very close to here, doing some Ho'oponopono in the morning, I thought of you. I thought of your situation. I was doing some Ho'oponopono with you in mind. And I kind of had this thing of, you should get back into because you hadn't done Ho'oponopono since that first challenge, like that was maybe, I don't know, 6 months ago or 4 or 5 months ago, something like that. And so I kind of let you know, hey, have you considered maybe trying this out? And so I said that to you. What went through your mind at that point?
First I was so scared that I had these two opposite feelings. Yes, it can help me. It won't hurt me. And what if, how can that help me? I had this doubt corner, but also I wanted to believe. I am a believer, so I pray a lot too. And I thought, okay, it's just positive thought. It can help me. And then all of a sudden, I felt, I didn't decide, I felt that everything was going to be okay.
Yeah. And so I think, if I remember right, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when I mentioned it to you, you had said, oh, that was strange because I was thinking about starting up the Ho'oponopono.
That's true.
And another meditation practice, my competition, no, I'm joking. Somebody else that you meditate with and things like that.
Correct.
Had maybe gone a little bit of a different path that for the moment you were going to step back from. Mm-hmm. And so it kind of came at the right time when I said that. Is that, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yeah, no, that's
sure.
correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
And then I said, okay, I'll do it. I'll commit. Then if you're going to commit to it, I'll commit to it as well. And this is maybe 2 or 3 weeks before you then had to go back to the U.S., something like that. So we both started doing Ho'oponopono on behalf of you and the cancer and such. And then you jump on a plane. Or let me ask you this. Once you started doing the Ho'oponopono, before you even went back to the States for testing to see your doctors again, things like that, did Ho'oponopono, the practice, the meditation, did it affect you? Like there had to be fear going into this. There had to be, holy crud, am I going to die? Again, not to be overly dramatic, but
that's what I thought, honestly. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So how did Ho'oponopono affect you emotionally, your mental state in taking your trip back to the U.S.?
Well, it was very interesting because, as I said, I have do meditation with many other gurus and such. But
I gotta pause you. You said many other gurus, so you're now calling me a guru.
Okay.
I'm joking. No. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Ooh,
yeah.
I'm a guru.
No. Okay. Yes, it's
Guru. You start Guru Steve.
No.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. I have done meditation through other videos, and I found that for some reason, just concentrating in the easy part of the Ho'oponopono meditation, it helped me to ease my mind. It helped me to control my heart beat, because truly I was in panic. I felt that I had all the odds, and it really help me to go through all this.
Okay. And I remember feeling very good about your situation. And I think when I talked to you, you even said that you feel confident, you feel it's all going to work out. You were confident, even though there might have been maybe some doubt or fear still in there, but it seemed like you went through a pretty good emotional transformation from the first time I talked to you when you got back to you leaving. You seemed to be in a very different mental state.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and that was noticeable for my family, that they know me, that I'm pretty apprehensive.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started that Ho'oponopono meditation, and my prayers, I have this feeling. It was not a thought.
Mm-hmm.
It was a feeling. Everything is going to be okay. And but I still had the calls from my doctor that nothing
Right.
was okay. So yeah, my mind changed. I was at peace, and everybody, my family, was calling me every 5 minutes. How are you? How are you doing? Because they know me.
Right.
And
right.
I was going by myself, and the COVID thing. So really, really, I still cannot explain. It's been a one time in my life, like drastic change.
Mm-hmm.
From frantic panicking to peace. Everything is gonna be okay. And I felt it, and it's like I heard it. It was very interesting. I cannot explain it.
So now you're getting on a plane, you're flying back to the US. The trip kind of falls into place where you have people that are opening up their home to you, have an apartment you can stay in, because you don't really know how long you're going to be there.
Correct.
You might have to stay for treatments, for chemos, for who knows what you're going to
Correct.
have to, how long you're going to be there for. So you get up there, you go through 3 or 4 different testing, which I'm sure was
More.
a delight, more than that.
Yes.
Several testing, some fasting in there. And so everything, of course, comes back. How does the results come back?
At the end,
Yes.
negative.
All negative.
Everything fine.
Right.
Everything fine. It is a mass still there, but it's benign.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I'm sure the state of mind that Ho'oponopono put me in helped. I truly feel that it was a miracle. I don't believe that it was okay. It was just a mass there. I was sure I had all the odds against me, and truly this is a miracle. And as I said, Ho'oponopono and an army of people praying for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm a living miracle.
Right.
And thank you for putting that in my hands. Honestly, honestly, still I keep using it.
My pleasure. Just know I'm not your guru. But here's something we do want to understand, because you said something very important, that people were praying for you. We don't want to think that Ho'oponopono and then, let's say, people that are praying for us are somehow contrary, because Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian prayer. Mm-hmm. And so all that is getting more and more things into alignment, people joining with us. And I am so grateful, so happy that obviously you came back smiling.
Thank you.
Negative, all good, clean bill of health in that area. So that's absolutely awesome. So let's wrap this up saying with this question, or let's say somebody out there who's watching this video, maybe they're struggling with a physical issue. Maybe it's not physical, emotional, mental. Something's going on in my life. And maybe they're not an expert. Maybe this is the first time they're going, what in the world is this Hawaiian prayer thing? What would you recommend? Because you came into this not being some kind of expert who's trained with. I think the first time we even talked about Ho'oponopono, you even looked at me funny. So, how would you advise someone else at this particular point?
Well, I think we all at some point have little emotional, physical, any issues. So I would recommend everybody to at least try 7 days the Ho'oponopono for whatever reason they want, whether it's health, whether it's guilt, whether it's whatever. And truly, you don't lose anything and you can win a lot, like I did. what you can win is peace. You can even use it to try to introduce yourself to good sleep. It's I would recommend highly recommend.
Matter of fact, since you said that,
That's why
I wonder why you're saying because I remember you saying you have sleeping problems. Did you
Correct.
use it for sleeping?
Yes, but I can hear it all, and then I know
Does
when
it
it's
help
gonna.
sleeping?
Yes, I know when it's gonna end, and then so it works. So I recommend it.
So I'm going to put a little tweak in that. Not to take away from your experience by no means. It's awesome, and I'm so happy and so ecstatic for you. If you're not familiar with Ho'oponopono at all, in the description box, I'll put a link to some teaching on that. You want to get a little bit familiar. The teaching video, it's not real long, and it'll give you kind of synopsis. Then when you reference the 7 days, you're referencing the meditation, the Ho'oponopono meditation. So I'll put that in the description link as well. And I will just kind of wrap this up by saying this. You are not the first person who has seen dramatic results with Ho'oponopono. It's been powerful and effective in my own life. Something where it's really been effective in my own life is healing some past relationships and things along that line. You did mention guilt, moving beyond some of those things. So by far the most powerful technique that I've been involved with, and just really produces tremendous results for a lot of people. So I really thank you for opening up your art studio here.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing that tool to me, my life.
Absolutely my pleasure. Have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and any final word you want to share with anyone out there?
Just take this chance. Honestly, you will be, I don't know, your life will change.
I have a good final word for you.
And please, give like to the video, subscribe, and comment, please.
Wow, you just came up with that? Was that the power of Ho'oponopono?
Ho'oponopono, yeah.
We're on the same energetic transmission. Very good. Again, thank you for your time so much today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And as she said, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you next time. I'm Steve, the Traveling Gringo. This is Mariana. Good things are happening. Bless you. Namaste.